Hi, I'm Tom Barber. I'm here to talk to you about the Bendix Fusion collision mitigation system alerts and interventions that may occur in different situations when you're behind the wheel. We'll review Fusion with the Pedestrian Autonomous Emergency Braking or PAEB feature and the Bendix BlindSpotter side object detection system on this Kenworth T680. The essence of Fusion is simple. It uses information from the vehicle's camera, radar, brake controller, and more, which means more potential opportunities for cross-checking. Multiple information sources allow the Fusion system to assess the situation and possibly assist you to mitigate a potential forward collision while minimizing false alerts. Now keep in mind that Fusion and BlindSpotter are driver assistance technologies, not driver replacement technologies. You, the driver, are always in control. Bendix safety technologies complement safe driving practices. No commercial vehicle safety technology replaces a skilled, alert driver exercising safe driving techniques and proactive, comprehensive driver training. Never wait for the system to intervene. Responsibility for the safe operation of the vehicle remains with the driver at all times. As you view this video, please keep in mind that all demonstrations portrayed here were performed under controlled circumstances and should not be considered a representation or a guarantee of product performance in real-world scenarios. The latest version of Fusion, Fusion 3.1, has several differences from previous generations. First, this version of Fusion has two new features: Pedestrian Autonomous Emergency Braking and High Beam Assist. The Fusion 3.1 system also uses a new camera referred to as the FLC25. What makes this different? This camera allows the Pedestrian Autonomous Emergency Braking feature to potentially alert and brake on detected pedestrians in certain situations. With the FLC25, it's also possible you may notice differences in how traditional Fusion system features like autonomous emergency braking, lane departure warning, overspeed alert, and highway departure warning and/or braking operate. In addition, when enabled by the driver, the High Beam Assist feature may automatically turn the high beam headlights off and back on in certain conditions. We'll talk more about these two new features in a few minutes. Next, this generation of Fusion can read most, but not all, roadside speed limit signs in the United States and Canada. And it's only capable of visual alerts. It will not dethrottle the engine under any circumstance. And finally, this version of Fusion is not equipped with stationary object alert. This means that if the system cannot recognize an object as a detected forward vehicle, it will not alert you. Remember that being aware when you're behind the wheel is critical. Fusion is a driver assistance technology, not a driver replacement technology. You are responsible for the safe operation of your vehicle at all times.
Now that we're in the truck, before demonstrating some of the features of the Bendix Fusion 3.1 system, let's talk about the dash display we're using. This is Kenworth's digital display, where you'll receive alerts and information from the Fusion collision mitigation system. We'll show you the alerts and interventions that you may experience with the Bendix Fusion system. Many of these features are operational whether your cruise is on and set or not. And to increase your awareness, we'll mention the areas where a Fusion feature is only available in cruise control. The Fusion system features audible and visual following distance alerts that may let you know when your vehicle is within the alert range of the detected forward vehicle. Here's our first alert, the close alert. The second alert, or the closer alert, and if we continue moving towards the detected forward vehicle, we may potentially get an impact alert and collision mitigation braking. This is the most severe alert because the system is telling you a collision with the detected forward vehicle is likely and you should take immediate action. If you do not act, the Fusion system may reduce the throttle and apply the brakes, if needed, to potentially help mitigate a forward collision. If you intervene and apply the brakes, but the distance to the forward vehicle continues to decrease, you may get an impact alert and collision mitigation braking. While paying attention to your surroundings, you should always maintain a safe following distance and a slow approach speed to the forward vehicle. If after a fusion system intervention, your truck comes to a full stop, the service brakes will hold the vehicle at a stop until you intervene. At low vehicle speeds, the Fusion 3.1 system may react to a detected pedestrian in the vehicle path and may provide an audible and visual alert. This is the Pedestrian Autonomous Emergency Braking, or PAEB feature in action. If the situation that caused the PAEB alert is not addressed, the alert will continue, and the Bendix Fusion system may apply the brakes to potentially help mitigate the collision. It is important to note that the Fusion system can only detect pedestrians in the vehicle's path, and pedestrians may not be instantly detectable. If, after a Fusion system intervention, your truck comes to a full stop, the service brakes will hold the vehicle at a stop until you intervene. Once a collision mitigation braking event begins and you attempt to steer into an adjacent lane to avoid potential impact with the detected forward vehicle, Fusion's multi-lane autonomous emergency braking feature may continue to apply the vehicle brakes and sound an alert when it detects a potential collision in the new lane of travel. Here again, if, after a Fusion system intervention, the truck comes to a full stop, the service brakes will hold the vehicle at a stop until you intervene. If there is no detected potential collision risk in the lane you steer into, system intervention will stop. Highway departure warning and braking may potentially provide an audible alert if the system determines your truck has unintentionally left the roadway. If this alert is sounded, you should immediately act and correct the vehicle path into the proper lane position. If the situation that caused the highway departure warning is not addressed, the alert will continue, and the Bendix Fusion system may potentially apply the brakes to assist in reducing your truck's speed. In some circumstances, the system may be capable of reducing your vehicle's speed to a full stop. If, after a Fusion system intervention, your truck comes to a full stop, the service brakes will hold the vehicle at a stop until you intervene. Remember, as the driver, you may override the system activation at any time. You may steer, apply the service brakes, or apply full throttle as needed. Bendix Fusion also features adaptive cruise control, or what we call active cruise with braking, or ACB. When cruise control is on and your speed is set, the system may not only intervene to maintain the cruise control set speed, but may also potentially intervene if needed to maintain a set following distance behind the moving detected forward vehicle. You can override an ACB system intervention by applying the accelerator pedal. ACB will be overridden until the accelerator is released. Then, ACB will resume the original set speed and distance control automatically. At any time, you can step on the brake pedal or turn active cruise with braking off via the switch to cancel the ACB feature. If equipped, you can use Kenworth's Smart Wheel to change the following distance settings for your truck. The system may provide alerts and braking if a potential collision with the detected forward vehicle is likely. If another vehicle cuts in between you and the vehicle you are following, it may become the new detected forward vehicle. If this new detected forward vehicle then slows below your truck's cruise control set speed, the Fusion system may automatically dethrottle or activate the engine retarder, or if necessary, apply the service brakes. Now, after an ACB braking event that does not bring the vehicle to a stop, if the detected forward vehicle accelerates, the Fusion system's ACB feature may automatically resume your vehicle back to the cruise control set speed. Fusion will do this while still attempting to maintain the set following distance with the detected forward vehicle. This auto-resume functionality may reduce the number of times you need to reset the cruise control, and is one more way the system may help reduce fatigue when you're behind the wheel. Fusion 3.1 with ACB Stop and Auto Go is only available on select Kenworth T680 powertrains. This feature may automatically re-engage cruise control after an ACB stop, as long as the detected forward vehicle moves ahead within a few seconds, and a pedestrian is not detected between the front of your truck and the detected forward vehicle. Your truck will automatically accelerate to the previously set cruise control speed or the speed of the detected Ford vehicle, whichever is lower, and also may help maintain the set following distance between your truck and that vehicle. This feature, ACB or Active Cruise with Braking, is only available when the cruise control is on and set. When the vehicle comes to a complete stop while in ACB and the system detects a pedestrian between your truck and the detected Ford vehicle, the ACB feature will cancel and the service brakes will hold the vehicle at a stop until you intervene. It is crucial to remember the Fusion system can only detect pedestrians in the vehicle's path, and pedestrians may not instantly be detectable. With Fusion's ACB Stop and Auto Go feature, if the detected vehicle in front does not move forward within a few seconds and there is not a detected pedestrian, the service brakes will hold the vehicle at a stop until you intervene. You can accelerate your truck by either pressing the cruise control resume switch or simply pressing the accelerator. Remember, stepping on the brake or applying the parking brake will cancel cruise control and the cruise control resume function. Lane departure warning may warn you if your vehicle unintentionally departs its lane or you change lanes without using your turn signal. The system may generate an audible rumble strip-like sound and a visual alert on the dash to help get your attention. If you use your turn signal to indicate your intent to make the lane change, the alert is suppressed and no audible or visual alerts will activate. Bear in mind that the lane departure feature of the Fusion system needs clear lane markings for optimal operation. If lane lines are faded or hard to see, the system may not deliver alerts. Here's what I mean. Sometimes in a construction zone, the lane markings may be poorly marked or inconsistent. This can, at times, lead to excessive alerts from the lane departure warning system. So what do? By pressing the lane departure warning suppression switch, lane departure warnings will be silenced for about 15 minutes, or until you reactivate the feature by pressing the switch again. Here's another important point. If equipped, this switch will also simultaneously suppress the highway departure warning and braking features on your truck. Next up is the Overspeed Alert feature. The camera can read most roadside speed limit signs in the United States and Canada. If you're going faster than 5 miles an hour over the posted speed limit, the system may give a visual alert. It is important to remember that the Overspeed Alert feature does not apply your truck's brakes. When you're behind the wheel and enable the high beam assist option, the Bendix Fusion 3.1 system may automatically deactivate and reactivate the high beam headlights in certain situations, offering convenience for you and others on the road. When the headlights of an oncoming vehicle are detected, Fusion's High Beam Assist feature may turn off the high beam headlights. When the vehicle has passed, the high beam headlights may automatically be reactivated after a delay. If the High Beam Assist feature detects a vehicle in front, the high beam headlights may be turned off. If the vehicle in front is no longer visible, the high beam headlights may automatically be reactivated after a delay.
Always remember, responsibility for the safe operation of the vehicle remains with the driver at all times. When driving, you must always monitor the situation and take action by switching the high beam headlights manually, if necessary, to avoid annoyance or risk for any traffic participant. A number of variables may impact high beam assist. Operation and driver intervention may be necessary. Those variables may include unusual lighting conditions or adverse weather conditions, like dense fog or heavy precipitation, as well as tight curves, hilltops, depressions, or intersections.
If you're driving on the road and the Fusion system detects a potential collision with a detected stationary vehicle in your lane of travel, the system may sound an audible alert and automatically brake. If you don't act to address the potential collision, Fusion may reduce throttle and automatically apply up to full service brakes on the tractor, while pulsing air to the trailer brakes if needed, to potentially help mitigate the collision. If after a Fusion system intervention, your truck comes to a full stop, the service brakes will hold the vehicle at a stop until you intervene.
Just to reiterate, this version of the Fusion system may only respond to detected Ford vehicles. It does not respond to stationary objects. Fusion will not slow the truck or provide an alert as it approaches stationary objects.
The Bendix Fusion system may warn and automatically intervene in some situations to assist you. Since each situation is different and all driver assistance systems have limitations, including Bendix Fusion, in some cases you may get little or no system alert or vehicle braking. Let's look at a few of these challenging scenarios. We'll start with a stationary vehicle that is offset, rotated, or not completely in the truck's lane of travel. In this scenario, the stationary vehicle may not be detected or trigger a reaction by the Fusion system. Here's another one. Keep in mind that a stationary forward vehicle that is not recognized as a detected forward vehicle by the Fusion system may result in little to no alert and/or vehicle braking. Low light or limited visibility conditions may impact the camera's ability to recognize a forward vehicle in the lane ahead. Next, the bright headlights of an oncoming vehicle or other environmental conditions can also impact the camera's ability to detect a forward vehicle. Direct sunlight into the camera, such as when traveling west at sunset, may also affect the camera's ability to detect a stationary vehicle in the lane ahead. When driving through curves, the Fusion system may detect and react to vehicles in adjacent lanes. Keep in mind, as the driver, you may override the system activation at any time. You may steer, apply the service brakes, or apply the throttle as needed. The system may not recognize detected forward vehicles as in-lane depending on road curvature, and/or may react late to in-lane vehicles within a curve. We'll wrap up with this example of a challenging scenario. The higher difference in speed between your vehicle and the detected forward vehicle, the less time the system has to properly detect and react. High speed differences may result in little to no system alert and/or braking. Since traffic, weather, or other road conditions may change without notice, the Fusion system is still there to help you where possible. Safe driving and safe driving practices are critical. Never wait for the system to intervene. Responsibility for the safe operation of the vehicle remains with you at all times. Remember that a variety of variables can impact the performance of any driver assistance system. Some variables may include slick roads, poor lane markings, inclement weather, brake types and condition, and tire tread. The demonstrations portrayed in this video were performed under controlled circumstances and should not be considered a representation or guarantee of product performance in real-world scenarios. If you decide to steer to avoid a potential collision, the Bendix ESP Full Stability System, the foundation upon which Fusion is built, may intervene with automatic braking if necessary to help maintain stability during a potential rollover or loss of control event. Remember, this is driver assistance. You are always in control of the vehicle. Never wait for the system to intervene. Let's wrap up with a conversation about the optional Bendix BlindSpotter side object detection system. The BlindSpotter system connects to the vehicle can, delivering a wider field of view, as much as 20 feet in front of and 20 feet behind the side-mounted radar, as well as up to 10 feet to the right. This helps cover those hard-to-see spots near the front of the cab as well as further down the tractor and trailer. It has the ability to potentially detect vehicles in or approaching the blind spot at highway speeds. It also works at lower speeds, such as driving in the city. The BlindSpotter system features a radar mounted on or near the right-hand quarter panel and a display located on or near the A-pillar to let you know when there might be a vehicle or other detectable object in your blind spot. If your truck is equipped with the optional digital mirrors, BlindSpotter may provide a visual alert on the digital mirror display. The audible alert may come through the BlindSpotter display. When there's a yellow light on the BlindSpotter display, that lets you know that the system is functional and there is no vehicle or detectable object in the blind spot. When the BlindSpotter display turns red, that means that there could be a metallic object or vehicle in the blind spot, and in that case, if you use your turn signal to make a lane change, BlindSpotter may activate an in-cab audible alert, letting you know that something might be in your blind spot. Remember, BlindSpotter doesn't replace checking your mirrors to make sure that nothing is in your blind spot, and if you don't see something in your mirror, yet the display indicates an alert, there's a good chance that there is a vehicle or another metallic object in your blind spot. and you should proceed with caution. BlindSpotter is designed to potentially help you mitigate those side collisions.
Thanks for your time. We've covered a lot in this video, and we've hoped you found it helpful in increasing your awareness of the Bendix Fusion 3.1 system. For complete system information about the features on your truck, please refer to the operator's manual BW5255, available online at bendix.com. Finally, it bears repeating. Fusion and BlindSpotter are driver assistance systems, not driver replacement systems. Bendix safety technologies complement safe driving practices. No commercial vehicle safety technology replaces a skilled, alert driver exercising safe driving techniques and proactive, comprehensive driver training. Never wait for the system to intervene. Responsibility for the safe operation of the vehicle remains with the driver at all times.